Hi everyone, my name is Lana, welcome to my channel. Today I want to create something interesting with you. September is almost here and with it comes school and college time. So I thought we could make something special. Initially I had the idea to create a book sleeve and embroider something on it. I searched through Pinterest and found this cool grid pattern. It reminds me of time not too long ago when I didn't have internet access and read a lot of books. So it feels kind of symbolic. But feel free to use your own grid pattern and follow my tutorial for the technique. So let's get started. For this project I will use yellow yarn and brown yarn, then 4.5mm hook, scissors, 7 needle and 1 button. First, make a foundation chain that matches the weight of your book. Make sure the chain is even and straight. Start with a slip knot, chain 2, then go back into the first bump, chain 1 from here, and crochet 2 loops on your hook together. Then go into this loop, chain 1, and crochet the 2 loops together again. Continue until you have the needed amount of stitches. Then make 4 more stitches, as the single crochet will be tighter than these loops. Row 1. Chain 1 and single crochet into the first stitch of this side. We will crochet the first row in simple single crochet. When you reach the end, make 3 single crochets in the final stitch to create the edge. Then continue with single crochet along the other side, doing the same at the end. Row 2. We will start with a cross stitch. It's similar to a single crochet, but when you catch the yarn from the other side, do it in this way. Instead of going over the hook, go under. This creates tight looking stitches. We will crochet the entire book sleeve using this stitch. When you reach the end where we made increases in the previous row, make 2 increases by doing 2 single crochets in 1 stitch here and 2 single crochets in 1 stitch here. Then continue with cross stitches, repeating the same increases at the end of the row. As you see, we don't need to join the rows. We will just keep going around with the cross stitch until we reach the needed lead. Since I've crocheted more than halfway, I think it will be easier to start the embroidery now and then finish crocheting. Honestly, I just want to see how the embroidery will look. I will show you the pattern as we go, but you can also download it from my Ko-fi or Pinterest. The links are below. So thread your needle with brown yarn and cut about 30-40 centimeters of it. I will start from the 7th row, but it doesn't matter where we begin from this side, as I'm planning to make the pattern circular. This way it will look like one continuous row with no clear start or end. I will start with half of the stitch around and then finish the other half on top of it. Check out the pattern and follow along with me. You can clearly see holes that I use for stitches. So go through these 2 holes as I do and repeat the pattern. Since we need to make some stitches on top, go into the stitch and come back out. Then do the same for the next stitch. Here we also need to come back to the previous row. To change the thread when you are running out of it, simply go through the previous stitches and thread the new yarn. Continue with the new yarn in the same way, and make sure to fix it before you start from the place you finished. As you can see, the pattern finishes here, so I will just freestyle from this point and join the row. As we have finished the first row of half stitches, I will go ahead and cross those half stitches to form the full crosses. So I've finished the first row, and now we have a clear guide to embroidering the other rows. I want to end with the small crosses at the bottom. Since they're spaced far apart, it's easier to complete them from the start. To do this, go into the stitch you need, make half of the cross, then cross over and go back to the starting point for the second half of the cross. Repeat this for each stitch. To move to the next stitches, insert your needle into the stitches underneath until you reach the right place. Continue following the pattern. Since we have finished the second row, I want to embroider cactuses and then a dinosaur. Just follow the pattern as you like, since you already know how to cross stitch works. So I fully finished the embroidery part. I liked it so much that I'm already thinking of making something in this style again, but now I need to crochet the yellow part until the end. I'd like to finish with the last row and button handle in brown, as I think it will be cute. To do this, I will join the brown yarn with a slip stitch and then work this row using the Irish lace technique. Chain 1 and single crochet into the previous stitch and continue this pattern until the middle of the row. Then chain 12 for the button handle, pull the loop through from the inside, chain 1 again, and continue with Irish lace into the previous stitch until the end of the row. At the end, work loose slip stitches around to smooth the transition between colors. To attach the button, I will sew it with a small hook, since I don't have a small needle. If you have a small needle, you can use any joining technique you prefer. My book sleeve is ready. I hope you enjoyed the tutorial, because I have a lot more to show you. If you have any questions, please write them in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe and like the video. It really helps and motivates me to create new tutorials every week. Thank you for watching, and see you next Monday.